All right, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Aurzyn, and today I got a very special video. Today we are bringing a new build. It's not just any old build. Now, this build is an offensive demon. Like, this build can do every single thing on offense, like super elite. And you know, it's finally getting to be, summertime. Everyone's out for school. In fact, I just graduated a few days ago, so you know what I'm saying, congrats to me. But I'm finally out of school, and I know a lot of people are finally out of school. With being out of school, you know what I'm saying, you guys are gonna have a lot more time on your hands to play 2K, to go outside, do whatever you want. But today I wanted to bring you guys a super fun build to use that you guys can grind out and use during the summer before 2K23 drops, just so you guys can have some fun on NBA 2K22 before the new game drops. Now, like I said, this build that I have to show you guys today, not only is it fun, but it's super overpowered on offense. It can still hold its own on defense, but the main focus I had when I made this build was like, I'm gonna make the most overpowered offensive build possible. And so with that being said, when you max out this build, it's going to have an 88 driving dunk, which means it's going to unlock all the contact dunks you need. As well, it's going to have the Michael Jordan free throw line dunk, as well as it has plenty of finishing badges to go around and really be able to drive extremely well, because we all know how overpowered rim running is in NBA 2K22. So, you know, before I get in and show you guys how to make the build, I want to tell you guys what this build can do and why you should actually make it. But yeah, the finishing on this build is extremely good. Like I said, 88 driving dunk when you max it out, as well as it'll have all the contact dunks, and it will unlock the Michael Jordan dunk. But before I keep going, if you guys are new around here and you guys do decide to hit that sub button, please comment down below like I subbed or I'm new around here, as well as turn on noties. And if you guys comment down below that you guys did sub or you're a new sub, I'm gonna hold your comment, reply to it, like it, do whatever. So if you are new around here, please do make sure to comment down below that you are a new sub, and as well, you know, hit that sub button. It's free and you guys can always unsubscribe, and something like 90% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed, so make sure to hit that sub button. Now, as for shooting, you guys have probably heard the finishing. You're like, okay, this build's already looking pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's got pretty good finishing. For shooting, this build's going to have anywhere from a 78 to like an 82 three-pointer when you max it out, depending on how you make it. There's a few different ways in this video. I'm going to show you guys how to make it, depending on how much you want to grind it, if you want to grind to 99 or whatever, as well as whether you want it to be like more defensive oriented or have a higher ball control, or if you're okay with a lower ball control, you can use that as well. But I'm going to show you guys a few different ways to make the build. The core is going to be the same, but just the height, weight, wingspan is where I'm going to change a few things up and give you guys a few options. I'm also going to tell you guys which one I go with, obviously, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm the best build maker out here. Even though I mentioned you might have a lower ball control in one of the builds, it's still going to be an 80 when you max it out, which in my opinion is plenty, as well as there's options to make this build have an 85 and even higher ball control if you guys really want. As well as the build I made is taller than 6'6" and has a maximum wingspan. You heard me right. 88 driving dunk, 83 pointer, can speed boost and dribble, and has a max wingspan and is taller than 6'6", and still has pretty good defensive ratings. Like, you guys are probably hearing this build right now. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, when I created this build, I really set out to make the most overpowered build possible, something fun, because like I said, you guys are getting off school. You guys probably are off school. Some of you guys may have been off school for like weeks now, so you guys need something to do during the summer. You can grind out this build, play 2K. You know, I mean, 2K is not the best right now, but this build is gonna make it a whole lot better with how fun this build is really to make and to use, because we all know who doesn't like getting contact dunks and shooting 3-pointers. It's the best part of 2K. You know what I mean? We don't want to play defense. We like to dribble, shoot threes, and get contact dunks. But yeah, I think that's enough rambling for me and hyping up this build. Let's go ahead and get in how to make the build right now. Okay, now that I've showed you guys what the build is capable, let's go ahead and get into making the build and how to make it. So your name obviously does not matter. The position for this build is going to be a point guard. And the reason I went for point guard on this build is because I want floor general and diamond, or at least access to those badges. And when you're a point guard, no matter what pie chart you choose, you still get access to those badges. And that might hint a little bit at what pie chart we're picking. But for this build, you're going to want to make sure you pick point guard over shooting guard or small forward. For the handedness, it does not matter. I like my players right-handed, somebody or right-handed, and jersey number obviously does not matter. So let's go ahead and hit continue. Now, from that little bit where I said you're going to want to make it a point guard for playmaking badge, for those 2 playmaking badges, obviously the build is not going to have any playmaking in it. And now you might be a little confused because I said the build can speed boost and it can get all the dribble moves. Now, the pie chart we're going to be picking is this more blue than green pie chart right here. Now, you're going to have Hall of Fame finishing badges. You're only going to have gold shooting. But in my opinion, if you have gold shooting and with the 3-ball this build is going to have, it's going to be insane anyway. And again, our main goal for this build and making this build is that we just want to make it extremely overpowered offensively. And honestly, this build can still be pretty good defensively. It's going to get you your stops. It's going to be above average on defense. It's not going to be elite like a lockdown would, but it's definitely not going to be terrible on defense either. Yeah, the main goal was definitely to make this the most overpowered offensive build possible. And I think we did that just here with this build. Now, choosing this pie chart right here, we're going with the speed pie chart because you guys can see 85 speed with this pie chart. It's going to go down, or it's going to go down and up a little bit when we adjust the weight and, you know, all that stuff. But unfortunately, all the other pie charts are kind of ass. Like the vertical and agility one is okay, but for this build, we're not going to get 99 speed. So we definitely are going to want to be the fastest possible with the pure speed pie chart. Now, setting our potential right here, it is an interesting one. This is not, I haven't made too many builds like this year, and I really wanted to make one that's just like super overpowered offensively. Most of my builds are very defensive oriented, but I really just wanted to make a build that would be super fun. You know, it's the summertime. A lot of new players are probably going to be playing the game. The game will probably be on Game Pass free. I think it already is, or it was, but you know, kids have a lot more time. So if you're watching this video and you did just get out of school, you know what I'm saying, I got a build for you guys and you guys can go have fun this summer, you know what I'm saying, do a bunch of stuff. But I'm sure you guys are going to be playing 2K at some point if you're watching this video. And if you just want to make a build that's super fun, this is definitely the build to make. Now, for ball handle, it's going to be maxed out. Pass accuracy, it's going to be maxed out. And post control, we're going to put that up until we have 14 playmaking badges. Now, 14 playmaking badges is not that many, but it's enough for all the basic badges that you absolutely need, and even has a little bit extra room in case you have like extra badges from 39. You know, maybe you've been grinding the seasons out, you got some extra badges like me, and you can put those on playmaking. Now, for defense, we're gonna put our perimeter defense up, our lateral quickness, our steal, our defensive rebound, and our block until we get 6 defensive badges. Now, like I said, 6 defensive badges is not too many, but you can put like clamps, intimidator on, face down like bronze. You can put like bronze and silver badges on, and you're not going to be worse, especially when we get to the height and weight and wingspan. You'll understand why this build is not absolutely horrendous on defense, even though it only has 6 badges. As well as if you've been grinding like me, you know what I'm saying, I've hit level 40 every single season, so I have like 6 or 7 extra badges I can put on. So I put 3 on playmaking and then 3 on defense, and that gave me 17 playmaking and 9 defense and rebounding, which is absolutely insane with what I'm about to tell you guys with the finishing and shooting on this build. So you guys have seen the 2 weaker categories obviously on this build in defense and playmaking. Now we have shooting and finishing, the 2 overpowered categories and things about this build. You guys know rim running is one of the most overpowered things in NBA 2K22. So we want to make this build so it could just rim run. You know what I'm saying? If you need to, you can go get a bucket at the rim. So we're going to upgrade driving dunk, driving layup, close shot, and you guys could see we are at 16 finishing mid. We're going to lower close shot until we lose a badge, and then we go. So max driving layup, max driving dunk, and 85 close shot. This build's going to be able to drive, and you're probably not going to miss in the paint, honestly, unless it's like a huge center in the paint. But if you got a guard guarding you, then like you could just like mash in the paint. It's honestly, paint defense is very broken, and they refuse to fix it because, you know, 2K's trash. But we work with what we can with what they give us. So yeah. For finishing, 16 finishing badges, more than enough. Honestly, you really only need like 6 or 8 for posterizer and limitless takeoff. But you know what I mean? You got extra badges in finishing, and it's really overpowered. Now, what's more overpowered than rim running in this game? It's a build that can rim run elite and also shoot really well. And so that's what we are doing here. I believe I actually upgraded post fade instead of free throw, and we put the last ones on free throw, and we can take them down until we only have 17 badges. And you can see we have 8 attributes left. Now, I tried putting these, like, I'm pretty sure you can get an extra finishing badge if you go like this, you can, but in my opinion, it is more worth it to put these extra attributes on to block. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a higher block, your defense is gonna be better, and overall, this is what I would do for my badge spread. This is what I did for my badge spread. And so you're gonna be able to speed boost, you're gonna be able to dribble, you are going to be able to drive like really well. When we put the wingspan up, this driving dunk is gonna go way up, so just wait for that. And finally, you're gonna be able to shoot extremely well while still having good enough defense. Honestly, you're probably not gonna give the ball up when you're on offense with this build. So if you just get that one stop, your defense is good enough to get that one stop, and then you just go crazy on offense, you're really not gonna give the ball up. They can't do anything to stop you. You could shoot, and you can also rim run, and with how OP rim running is in this game, if they just want to guard your rim run, like you can just shoot, and if they want to guard your three, you can just rim run. So it's very, very broken. This is definitely probably a very fun build to use, as well as you could do some of the shot creator type moves too. If you want to shoot like fading shots, like, you know, I mean, just have fun, you can definitely do that too. And so if we hit continue right here, you can see the batch spread is 16, 17, 14, 6. For me, mine is 16, 17, 17, 9, which is just even more crazy. This build is already crazy, but my build is even more crazy. I didn't continue. Body shape does not matter. I'm just gonna go like in the middle. And the height for this build, now you guys could do a lot of heights. The main one that I'm gonna recommend to you is going to be 1.98. Now for this is 6'6", or a little over 6'6", and honestly, this is the height I would go with. Being such a tall guard, you can use this on the ones court, you can use this on the twos, the threes. This build is going to be good all around, but being such a tall guard means your driving ability as well as your defense is going to be that much better. Now you take a hit on your ball control, which means you only have 80 ball control when you hit 99 after we do the wingspan. And for some people, they might not like that because you have to grind the build to 99. So if you don't want to grind the build to 99, I would shorten it up a little bit. The best heights are going to be 1.94 and 1.95, and I'm going to show you guys why. So 1.95 right here, if you click this, and obviously we're going to go minimum weight because, you know, minimum weight is the best weight in the game. And the wingspan, if we max it, you guys can see the ball handle is going to be 80 if we go one below max, which means we're not going to get the Michael Jordan dunk because we need an 88 for that. But that is okay. This is like one small sacrifice. Our defense is going to be good. With this build, you're going to be able to use it off rip very, very easily because you have that 80 ball handle. You know what I'm saying? You can get all the dribble moves very, very quickly without having to grind it all the way to 99. Now, if you do plan to grind it to 99, but you want all the dribble moves in the entire game, you want everything. So that includes the Curry slide, all the 85 dribble moves below 6'5". I would recommend going 1.94. Now with the weight, obviously it's going to be minimum as well, but the wingspan now is going to be up until you still have 81 ball control. That way when you hit 99, you still can, you know what I'm saying, get that 85 ball control. Your defense is still going to be solid. You lose a little bit of dunk, but yeah, for me, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to grind my build to 99. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am. I like grinding my builds to 99. So I'm going to go 1.98 minimum weight, you know what I'm saying? Minimum weight. So we're going to have like a 92 speed when we max this out, which is very, very good. And we're going to go maximum wingspan, the absolute max you can go. Defense, very, very good. Driving is very, very good. And when you have a higher height and wingspan, your defense is going to be better anyway. So that's why I like going taller and having a larger wingspan. I'm going to grab my build to 99 and I only need an 80 ball control. So for me, I only need 80 ball control. This is the build that I want to make right here. And the final step is going to be takeover. Now, there is actually 3 different takeovers that you can go for this build. And it kind of just all depends on what you want the build to be. Now, the 3 takeovers I would choose are slashing, lockdown, or shot creating. I would stay away from playmaking. Playmaking is not that good this year. And the 3 takeovers I would go with, whatever fits your play style the best. Now, if you want to shoot fading shots, you want to be a little better shooter when you're in takeover, I would go shot creating. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a fun takeover to have. It's not really the absolute best takeover per se, but it's going to be a really fun takeover to have, as well as slashing. Now, slashing is probably a little better than shot creating in terms of how good it is, in my opinion, because it's going to give you the ability to rim run like super easy, super good. And there's really going to be nothing the defense can do to stop you. And finally, for lockdown defender, this takeover just like it kind of just says it all. Like, you're not that good on defense, so your offense is already going to be elite. If you don't want to take over to boost your offense, you can go with the defensive takeover. So when you get takeover, you know what I'm saying, you activate it, you lose the ball, you're going to get it right back because you got because you got lock take on you. So it's really up to you. It's really a personal choice. For me, I'm either going slashing or lockdown. And if I want to have fun, I'm going shot creating. Shot creating is probably not the best one, but if I want to have fun, you know what I'm saying, this is the build I made it for. I made it to have fun. I'm going shot creating, but for me, I'm probably picking slashing. I don't have a build with slashing takeover this year, and it sounds just like really, really fun to use and fun to have. So we're gonna go slashing takeover. These build comes out as a slasher. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, I call it the all-around scorer because this build can score in every single way possible. You want to fade, it could do that. You want to shoot threes, it could do that. You want to dribble, you want to ISO, it could do that. You want to take screens, it could do that. And obviously, if you want to mash the paint, you can do that. So this build can really score every single in every single way. Like it's score in every single way. So Calling it a slasher, it is a little bit of a catfish build because especially if you pick lock take or the slashing take, people are gonna be like, well, he's a slasher, he can't shoot. And then, you know what I'm saying, you could just pull one. So I don't, you know, like a little bit clickbait there, but it is a catfish build, so you do have that going for you. And it honestly is really overpowered. This build is really overpowered offensively, and it can still has good enough defense to get some stops. So yeah, testing the build. I'll show you guys my badges real quick. Now the badges I'd run for finishing are Limitless Takeoff, Hall of Fame, Posterizer, Hall of Fame, Slithery Finisher like Silver, Fearless Finisher Silver, probably run some Unstrippable, maybe like Silver, and maybe I'd even bump Fearless Finisher and like Slithery Finisher on because I don't see any other like great badges for like a guard. So yeah, I'd probably run something like this. Hit confirm. For shooting badges, I would probably go with Hot Zone Hunter, Gold, Sniper Gold, Stop and Pop Gold, not Volume Shooter, Stop and Pop Gold, Deadeye Gold, and Green Machine like Bronze, Lucky 7 Bronze, Blinders like Bronze, Catch and Shoot Bronze. And I'd probably go something like this, maybe Blinders up to Silver. Something like this. You have a decent amount of shooting badges and you're going to be able to put on all the badges you absolutely need. For playmaking badges, I am going to be running Quick Chain, Quick First Step, and Handles for Days, Unpluckable Bronze, Bullet Passer Bronze, Bailout Bronze, and I might run like Tight Handles, or you can run like Floor General. I like having Floor General on if I'm playing 2s, and if I'm playing 1s, I'm going to run Tight Handles. But for 2s, 3s, I don't want my teammates missing. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to give them Floor General, help them shoot, and I don't have to worry about them missing in the corner when I dot them. And yeah, finally, for defensive badges, you only have 6, but if you have extra badges, I'd recommend putting them on defense or playmaking. Run like Clamp Silver, Interceptor Bronze, Intimidator Bronze, Chase Down Bronze, and like Pick Dodger Bronze, something like this, or even Menace, or you could even take Clamps down and put Menace on, something like this. You don't really have a lot of options on defense. Your frame and your defensive stats are going to carry you a little bit more than your badges. You only have like 6, so do what you can with your defensive badges, but mostly if you're like 6'6" max wingspan, you're gonna have pretty decent defense regardless. So yeah, that's about it. If you guys want to check out my dribble tutorial or any dribbling stuff like that for this build, like animation stuff like that, I have my dribble tutorial. It's a few videos back on my channel, so go check that out if you want my dribble moves for this build. But yeah, that's gonna be about it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys do, make sure to hit that sub button, and if you are new around here, comment down below I subbed or I'm new around here or something like that, and I will heart it, respond to it. Yeah, that's about it. I'm out, man. Peace.